Hi everyone and welcome to Life of the Troxels. Today I wanted to share a little bit about some of the parks in Southern California, and I have 6 parks in Redondo Beach, California that I wanted to share with you. When I had a baby and I wanted to go to a park, I didn't know anything about the ones in my neighborhood and had to drive around just to guess which ones were age appropriate or which ones had bathrooms or which ones had baby swings. And it was hard to find any information about the parks. So I wanted to share for anyone curious who might live in surrounding neighborhoods and which ones might be worth visiting. So first up is Anderson Park, which is one of the largest parks that we've looked at. What I like about this park is there's 2 play structures. There's this large one for older school age kids, and then there's a toddler section which is completely fenced in and much smaller for the little kids. Both of them are right next to each other and right next to the swings. So if you have different kids of different ages, they can all play together at the same park. There's also built-in seating underneath the play structure so you can sit and play with your kids rather than stand on the outside and stare at them from far away.
So now I'm stuck.
Now you're stuck. What are you gonna do?
Well, you gonna get out?
I'm gonna get up with the monkey balls.
Okay, you gotta climb out.
One of the best things about this park is the rubber on the floor. It's a little bit worn out, but it's so nice to have rubber compared to sand or wood chips. And they also have swings for both babies and for adults. So some of the footage I have is filmed vertically. It's from 2021 when my daughter was about 2. Here she is using the toddler section. They have such great playground equipment with this rock wall. There's monkey bars and kind of different types of equipment here that she loves to play with. She's been going here since she was 2 and still loves it, and even my husband likes to take her up in the big kids area, and he has fun playing here as well. Basketball court with the new addition of a pickleball court lines. So today we're at Anderson Park in Redondo Beach. This is actually the 3rd park in this neighborhood, and it's the largest one. It's attached to the school. It's got a baseball field, but it's also surprisingly hard to find. You have to kind of wind your way through the neighborhood to find it. So if you're not familiar with the area, harder to find than you think. So we have bathrooms next to the tennis courts, which is right on the other side of the playground. And then a big baseball field, which is connected to the elementary school. There are 2 sets of bathrooms as well as water bottle filling stations, a bunch of different areas with picnic benches and trees. So it's a great place to come for a long period of time. You can sit and bring your lunch and walk around the park as well as walk around the block. I found that doing a lap around the block that there are 2 little free libraries. So once you're done playing tennis, soccer, or basketball, time to head down the street to Dale Page Park. Dale Page Park is much smaller than Anderson, but it has a great playground as well as swings and even bathrooms, which is hard to find in some of these smaller parks. It's right at the end of the walking trail that goes along the power lines here in the neighborhood. This is another great park for all ages. It has baby swings and swings for adults. The thing I don't like about it is the wood chips that just get stuck to everything.
Hello, what are you like today?
Can I have an ice cream cone with sprinkles?
Yeah, ice cream too?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I don't know it. It has potatoes.
What kind of ice cream is it?
It's chocolate.
Yummy. What kind of sprinkles? Black. What's nice is this handball court. It's two-sided, and I've seen people playing pickleball, handball, or even riding their little scooters around. There's this beautiful mural wall as well. So I'm at Dale Page Park in Redondo Beach. The pretty mural wall back there, and letting the kids play while we walk along the trail. So there's a basketball court, and then this basketball court's missing its hoops, but I have seen them set up for pickleball courts here on this side. And next to the basketball court is bathrooms, and then the handball court next to the playground. And while this little park has a lot to offer, one of the things I dislike about it is that it has kind of high drop-offs. If you're up by the spinning slide, they could easily step off where the ladder is, so I feel like I need to watch my toddlers a little more closely, as well as on either side of the park are some busy streets, and so you definitely can't let your kid wander around too much. However, they do have swings for babies and adults, and I've brought my kids here at every age, and they have loved playing here. This is a great little locals only park to go to if you're going to be running along that running trail and you live in the neighborhood. So Andrews Park I actually found by accident. I cut through a neighborhood to get to Rite Aid, and it's right behind the Rite Aid. And this initial footage is from 2021 when it had wood chips, and you could tell it needed a little bit of TLC. But it's a cute little park. It doesn't have any swings or any restrooms. It's literally just this one play structure tucked away in the neighborhood. You can see even my daughter doesn't like the wood chips all over her dress when she falls down. This is a very cute park, and I'm glad that I found it, but I wouldn't go out of your way to come here. It would be nice if you lived in the area or you were able to walk to it, but not one that I would go out of my way for. One thing is there is a little dog park attached, and a lot of the people in the neighborhood bring their dogs, which is another fun little thing. So this was when we came back in 2023. You can see now there's the rubber and it's all filled in. There's no curb. Nice one level, much easier to run around and play in. But the play structure itself hasn't changed. It's all the same equipment, just much more fun to play on. And although there are no swings, this is a nice playground to come to if you have a little baby. You can sit on the benches with your stroller and still be able to watch. Oh yeah? Uh-huh.
If you want to buy a message, you can buy a message.
Look at you! Your hair.
Wow, climb up a big tall mountain.
Despite how small it is, we always have someone else to play with when we come to this park. And the same thing with Ford Parkette, there's always other people to play with. Now, Ford Parkette is my favorite park out of all of the ones I visited in Redondo Beach. And the number one reason is there's no high place for your kids to fall off. Everything in the play structure up high is completely enclosed, so I don't have to worry about her stepping out onto a ladder and falling and getting hurt. There's also 3 different slides as well as swings, so there's a lot to keep her entertained. And there are both swings for babies as well as adults, and I'm able to bring the baby in the stroller while my toddler plays. Although this one has wood chips, which we've already established I don't like, it doesn't seem to be as much of a problem. The equipment is very well maintained, and it's a little bit smaller of a park, so everyone is close together and you're able to watch her very easily. Another thing I love about this park is it is fully gated, so you can sit, there's one bench and one tree if you need a little bit of shade, and if you have a runner, you don't have to worry about them running off into the street. The only thing I would change is adding bathrooms, but I think that's why it's called a parkette versus a park. Hi.
What a big girl.
Hi. Speaking of parkettes, we have Mathews Park, and we go from my favorite to my least favorite. Mathews was another park that I came across on accident just driving through the neighborhood, but it is completely not right for my family. It is a park I would consider for high schoolers coming to when they sneak out at night. They come over here to hang out. There's one baby swing, one adult swing, and this fun little tractor, but the equipment is in bad shape. It's hard for my toddler to run across. It was actually kind of hard for me to run across, and she wasn't even able to go down the slide without my help. As well as we have the wood chips, which is definitely not helping. So we ended up only spending about 20 minutes at this park, and then we had to go home. As you can see, crossing this bridge was basically impossible for a 3-year-old, and there weren't any bathrooms here. I guess that's what parkette means, is no bathrooms. So the only way that I would come to this park is if you lived in the neighborhood and you could walk there, because even parking was difficult, having to find a spot along the street. So if you have toddlers or babies, this is a 2 out of 10. Would not recommend. And for the last park, or parkette, we have Townsend, and this is in a completely different neighborhood on the other side of Redondo Beach, but a cute little park tucked in along the neighborhood. Again, with the wood chips, I guess this is common in Redondo Beach, but it's a very large play structure, had lots of slides and swings, as well as the little bouncy tractor, and I guess it's an alligator.
Mommy.
Oh, a little bench. Let me see. So you can see the caution tape in a few different places. Obviously this little dome is cracked, although my daughter still enjoyed playing with it. So there were some maintenance things that needed to be taken care of, but it wasn't dangerous. We were still able to play and have fun. And this is a fun structure where it's a little bit bigger and has this cool bridge that really made it an interesting park to hang out. I'm not sure if I would want the house that's right behind this park where the windows looking right in and everybody else looking right into your windows. But there are baby swings and bigger swings and a picnic bench and a nice big tree for shade. So a nice place to hang out for the afternoon. And there you have it, my review of 6 different parks in Redondo Beach. I love exploring new places and finding these hidden gems in surrounding neighborhoods and bringing my daughters along with me. I hope you found this video helpful and will maybe go explore to find new parks around you. I also have a video with parks in both Torrance and Manhattan Beach on the way, so please subscribe to see more. Thanks for watching.